This the TempahZone podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, how is everybody doing wherever you listening to this podcast right here, all right? It is episode 40. Episode 40, man. Of the TempahZone podcast with your host, me, Amir Max, and that's All Facts, a.k.a. Mr. Versatile, a.k.a. Young Stephen A, okay? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest here is a lyrical MC, okay? A lot of you rappers out here don't care too much about your lyrics. And I understand flow and delivery is important. But this guy right here, man, it's like every line is a bar. You know what I'm saying? And he's got a rap name that really lives up to the hype because he got a bold rap name, man. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Hero.
Hey.
Yo, Hero, how's it going, dog?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Shoot, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good, man.
Yeah.
You got the Prime shirt on.
I do.
That literally states everything you about right there, bro. The Prime shirt lets the people know exactly where your influences come from.
It's Royce and Premier. It doesn't get much better than that.
Dude, Royce the 5'9", man, is just so talented, man. And like you look at like Book of Ryan.
Uh-huh.
Like that album was just him being like, I can do this mainstream shit. Y'all gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Just really dope, man. DJ Premier is a legend, dude. Like, straight legend. You know, iconic beats and all that stuff.
Definitely.
Man.
I mean, he really the one thing I really like about scratching, and I do a lot of that, is that most producers, they don't have a voice unless you're DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
But like DJ Premier found a way to insert himself in the song without actually talking, and he's been doing that for decades.
Yeah, forever. Yeah, that's so true, man. Yeah, what DJ Premier has done for the rap game is just unbelievable. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know enough about DJ Premier, do your Googles, check it out, because DJ Premier has really implemented himself in this hip hop game, man. And I think that's a lot of things like people don't realize, like just the history of hip hop, man. Mm-hmm. And I really feel like you have a great understanding of just the history of hip-hop, man. Like, you've definitely done your research. Mm-hmm. And I don't think enough artists have gone back to see where, everything came from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that you're doing that, because I'm one person that's definitely done my research. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really dope, man. But we'll get to that later, man. Let's talk about how you came up with the name Hero. What made you choose that name? Because that's a bold rap name right there, bro.
Yeah.
I hear the name Hero, I'm expecting lyrical shit.
Yeah. I was listening to Nas. I love Nas. Nas is one of my main influences.
Yeah, Nas is the shit, bro.
And this was like back in 2009 when he came out with his Untitled album just called Nas.
Yeah,
he had the song Hero on it.
Woo.
And I bumped that shit every day.
That song's fire.
Every September 14th, that's my dream, so I can make more cream. As I grow yearly, I can see things more clearly. That's why they fear me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's
bars,
and it's
man.
it's not like a cocky it's like an uplifting anthem, how you can be a better version of yourself and help people. And it's an awesome song, and I really on top of the fact that I love comic books. But
yeah. That's what I was expecting. I was like, okay, Marvel, DC.
I'm a total nerd too, but I mean, I love Nas. He's one of the greats.
Yeah, man. So your influence with a rap name was from a song.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good. I'm glad you explained that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not trying to say like, I'm the hero of this rap game, trying to save all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you might throw that in your one of your raps, maybe. Yeah. But like, that's not the reason. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that like your influence from it comes from Nas, and that's really dope, man. I think that's really cool to hear. And a name like that, bro. Like, I think that'll get the people to tune into what you're saying. Like a rap name like that, bro.
Well, it used to be D Boogie, but I figured that wasn't good enough.
Nah, that's good. It's good you switched it.
that's like such an 80s rap name.
Yeah,
I went to the hat store and bought me a hat.
Yeah. That's the beat. Yeah. That's what D Boogie raps over. Yeah. that's the type of shit, like that type of beat. Yeah, man. That's really dope to hear. What made you get started into hip hop, man? Where did it all begin?
God, I've just been listening to hip hop forever. I mean, my mom took me to a Gangstar show when I was really young.
Oh wow!
And we went everywhere.
Shout out to Gangstar, man.
She was a big fan. I mean, She loved TLC. She loved Michael Jackson. That's why I love flipping old samples.
Yeah.
And I've just always been into music, and especially with DJ Premier, where he can drop hooks with scratches, and then I can find where those scratches came from, and then I'm listening to more hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to get people to do the same thing, and I'm completely ripping off his whole situation.
That's okay, man.
But
Imitation's the best form.
I'd like to think I'm paying homage to what is going on.
Yeah, you're paying homage. Yeah, you're definitely paying homage. You're not biting nothing, man.
Yeah.
And it's okay to pay homage to other artists that you really like, and to, you know, follow the blueprint of what other artists do. That's okay. Like, so many artists have done that and ride with it, and it's cool. Like, that's perfectly fine. Like, we all are influenced by somebody. We all take from other people. That's what the art's all about, man.
Yeah. I mean, sampling, stealing flows. Sampling and is as true to hip hop as hip hop itself.
Yeah, that's how it all like started. Yeah,
everything's already been said anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So like it's okay to have those influences, you know, and you know, but it's a fine line. It's definitely a fine line between having an influence, paying homage, and just straight biting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, there's definitely like a big line between that. Like, I think a lot of people they definitely feel that way about Action Bronson.
Yeah,
it sounds a lot like Ghostface Killer.
I think they definitely do sound alike. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing
at all. I think they're both talented.
Exactly. Like,
I respect the talent, and I think, I don't know, I think Ghostface is kind of upset about nothing.
Yeah, I really think so too, man. Like, I never understood that. Like, it's okay to people to have like that influence from that. You know what I mean? Like, another example is you know, to talk about someone who's a little bit more relevant. JID.
Yeah,
a lot of people say he sounds like Kendrick Lamar, and I just think that. Like, he doesn't like these artists don't sound exactly like them. They're doing like Action Bronson does completely different shit from Ghostface Killer. JID does completely different shit from Kendrick. Like, their sounds don't mirror each other like that. You know what I mean? So like I never. It's not like Lil Baby and Gunna. Like, those two, like, you know, they sound similar, but that's a little different because they're kind of like, you know, they're homeboys, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's a little different. But yeah, man, what other influences have you had growing up? What other artists have really made you get into this rap game? You know, you mentioned DJ Premier, you mentioned Nas, TLC, Michael Jackson. Who else?
Guru's my number one.
Yeah,
from Gangstar.
Gangstar, yeah.
Gifted, unlimited, rhymes universal. He is the wisest MC I've ever heard. I mean, he got big in the 90s, and he was mid-30s, you know, and all these younger rappers were blowing up too, you know, Biggie and Nas and Jay-Z and everybody, and he was kind of like, even though he's 10 years older, he's wise.
Yeah.
You know, may he rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, the Guru, man. Yeah.
He's my main influence. Royce, I like to think that I get a lot of my punchline influence from Royce. I think I get my wiseness from Guru and a bunch of other things from a lot of other artists. But Guru, Nas, Jay-Z.
Eminem influence?
Not really.
Not really. Yeah.
Some people say I sound like it. I always get comments that are like, you sound just like Eminem.
No.
I think that's gonna be a compliment. I don't rap like him.
Nah, it's a great compliment to say you sound like Eminem.
I think Token is very talented. But he raps like Eminem.
Yeah,
which isn't a problem. Yeah. I think he's talented. But if I wanted to listen to Eminem, I'd listen to Eminem.
Yeah, no, I got you, man. I got you. And look, like, take those compliments and be happy about it, man.
Yeah.
Getting compared to an artist who is arguably top 5 greatest rappers ever. That's dope, man. That's really dope, and you gotta pat yourself on the back for that, man, because like that's huge, man. That's really big to get compared to some of the greats like that, bro. Like, it means you're doing something right, man. You know, and you're about that lyrical shit, man. I really like that, and I think you're able to flex that lyrical shit because of the beat choices that you have, bro. That boom bap type shit, bro. Like, you can really get off on those type of beats. You know what I'm saying? And I really like that choice that you have with your sound. You know what you're about, man. You really know what you're about, and I think that's very important for artists to hone in on the sound, you know? Like, and I think I really like to see you do that. What made you choose the boom bap sound, man? Because that's bold. That's a bold move right there. That's a very bold move.
I it's like I woke up and like a switch went off because I was about to get signed by this label called Granite State Records. They're up in New Hampshire, and I made them this EP that was all not trap stuff but like newer school age simple hooks, stuff like that, and they loved it, and I just wasn't happy with it, and I couldn't believe that they thought it was perfect when I didn't even think it was subpar.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I wanted to revert back to where I was from. And then one song after another, I finally learned how to scratch. I make most of my beats.
Really?
I make, or some of them, a lot of the beats on my first album are just remade DJ Premier beats. But a lot of the stuff on my second album, which just came out last month, is mostly original. And I'm really happy about that.
Dude, that's really dope, man. You stepping into the producer bag as well, bro.
Yeah, but I work producing and making beats and mixing and mastering. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And from my next, and I don't have time to promote and network and play shows when I do that. So I'm gonna kind of, for my next project, I'm gonna kind of take a passenger seat to what I'm doing, and I'm trying to showcase a lot of the producers that New England has, like 16-Bit and First Official and Lome Anthony and a bunch of other producers, and I can't wait to meet more of them and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, bro, that's really dope. Taking that back seat just to work with other producers is definitely dope. And then in that meantime, you can perfect your producer craft. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit's really difficult, bro.
Yeah. When I make all my own beats, sometimes it comes off as a little biased and everything sounds a little samey.
Yeah.
And that's not, if you like that kind of music and everything sounds the same, sure. But like, I don't really like Russ because all of his music sounds the same. But that's just because I don't like Russ. I don't hate Russ. I think he's talented, but I just don't really like the style of music he's making.
Yeah, it doesn't hit your soul like that.
And everything he makes sounds the same. That's not a bad thing. If you like Russ, you probably love that.
Yeah,
but
no, definitely.
I definitely want each song on my next album to stand apart from each other, but I still want to keep that boom bap vibe going on.
Yeah, man, that's so dope, bro. You know, I'm going to tell you this right now, man. That boom bap type style, if you're a rapper and you can't rap over that type shit, man, I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to, I don't think, I just won't look at you as much of a rapper. Like if you only can rap on trap beats, it's like, come on, man. Like,
I can rap on any from that primo to that trap shit.
Exactly. Yeah, that's logic, right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be able, like, I feel like as rappers, we should be able to rap on literally anything. Any beat, bro. Like, I remember, I'll never forget one time, the song, it's by Slipknot. Yeah. Psychosocial. I'm like, yo, like, you hear that? Someone should be able to rap on that. Yeah. It's very doable, you know what I mean? Like, you should be able to rap on anything, bro. And I think, like, with the boom bap style, man, I feel like you would body a trap beat, man, because of what you're doing over these boom bap beats, bro. Like,
I got some features coming out. That's not trappish, but you know, new school, a lot of 808s.
Yeah, it's a little bit more, a little bit more mainstream.
And I can body a hook. I'm not gonna lie, I make a good trap hook.
I believe you, bro. But
I just don't rap super fast, and a lot of these 808s. A lot of the trap beats with the 808s,
triplet flow.
I haven't mastered it yet, but I'm working on it. You know?
Nah, I feel you on that, man. That's just really cool to see, man. Like you just bodying these boom bap beats, bro. I love it. it, man. It's good to see. It's just like I just don't see enough rappers like you, man. Yeah. I feel like you're the only rapper I know doing this shit. I'm like, man, like you're the only one. Like there's gotta be other people out there. I bet you probably know other rappers who are doing that too. Yeah, so. Keep in touch with that.
I'm trying to work with more people. I'm usually antisocial. I usually don't like talking to people, but I mean, no one does this come up shit by themselves.
You can't.
You know, I mean, I meet you, I shout you out, you shout me out, and if you have 1,000 followers and I have 1,000 followers, potentially we got 1,000 new fans.
Yeah, and people are looking at your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody in this friggin' region wants to work together.
Oh, that's a whole nother thing, man. I think artists en masse definitely we need to come together more, bro. Yeah. It's something I have stressed on this podcast like many episodes. I talk about it. I'm like, man, we need to work together, man. There's no need for us to be in competition with one another. Like, that's not necessary, bro. Like, we all need to do what we have to do to make it there, man. That's why you see places like Atlanta and Chicago and Florida. And I'm not even mentioning New York and LA. I'm just talking about those three places because they all are coming together. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's very important for Boston to do. But look, man, right now, Boston hip-hop, The Boston music scene's looking really dope.
Yeah, it's getting better and better.
It's looking really good. It's looking really good. You know, people like Jordan Lucas and Token, Cousin Stiz, Bia. Like, these are artists, like, you know, we are really seeing, like, just push this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They're really getting popular out here. So
whenever Joyner finally releases his album.
Yeah, he's been teasing the shit out of that album, man. But I think he's one of those artists who's in the position to do that. He can wait because he's so talented. And I mean, like, he got the Eminem cosign.
Mm-hmm. A couple years ago, I mean, I've been listening to Joyner since Along Came Joyner, which was like in 2015 or something like that. Yeah. He was making really different stuff, like Backwards and that Ross song from that 2 Point of Views. And I'm Not Racist. Have you heard Backwards?
I think so.
He's got 16 bars, and then you can read that whole script backwards, and it's 16 bars, and he does that 3 times. That's a whole song. Nobody talks about that song, and that shit is wild.
Yeah, man. See, that's the other thing too, man. Like people don't understand the puzzle that is writing a rap song. Like, some people just put together cool lines that rhyme, but some people don't look at it as a puzzle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You look at this shit like a puzzle. I can tell when I'm listening to you, bro. You mapping that shit out like you're thinking 4 lines ahead, you know what I'm saying? And you're connecting the dots, you know what I mean? A lot of artists don't look at it that way, and especially a lot of listeners don't understand the depth of this stuff being straight poetry, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not just rhyming words.
No. I don't put Joe and Schmo there cuz they rhyme.
No.
You know, and a lot of people just rhyme the last word of a bar, and it's
Nope.
No. I mean, if you got to have multiple syllables come together, and it's a lot of hard work, and it's you got to master it.
Yeah, it's very important, man. You know, like I love when Eminem talked about how you can't rhyme the word orange.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. You can rhyme the word orange. There's a way to do it. You can rhyme anything with anything, man. And it doesn't things don't have to rhyme exactly. They don't have to rhyme exactly. You know what I mean? Like, it can be near rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I never understood when people said, oh, like, what rhymes? Well, nothing rhymes with that word. Nah, something does. And if you rap it the right way, you can make it work. You know what I'm saying?
I'm convinced Eminem can rhyme anything with anything. I mean,
for sure,
any word he can rhyme it. He's that talented.
Yeah, there's a way to rhyme anything with anything, man. So I totally agree with you there, man. Speaking of just the craft of writing the lyrics, man, I feel like a lot of people feel like in this day and age the lyrics just don't matter as much. People don't care enough about the lyrics. You're seeing melody take over a lot. You're seeing a flow be more prominent. I want to ask you, man, what do you think is more important in hip-hop now from your perspective? Do you think lyrics are more important or flow?
I mean, I like to think they go hand in hand. You know, You gotta rap with the beat, definitely, or it's gonna sound bad. And if your lyrics are trash, it's gonna sound bad. But I feel like good flow, especially in mainstream music, can save you if you have subpar lyrics.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
But for me, I think they definitely go hand in hand.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, you gotta, like, you have to have both. Yeah, like, both have to be in some sync. Like it has to be okay at minimum for both. Like, one can't be bad and one be great. It have to at least both be okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I totally agree with you there. But sometimes I feel like when I listen to certain rappers, I'm just like okay, like, you know, it's a cool flow. But then when you listen to the lyrics, you're like, this dude's saying the same thing he says in every single song. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's using no metaphors, no similes. He's just talking about how he fucked your girl and how he has more money than you.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, man.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, you know? And then all the drugs they do, it's just like, you know, I don't want to call it the rappers who do that. But I think people know the rappers I'm talking about. You know what I mean, man? So I just I don't know. I think we're starting to, but I think there will be a resurgence in like that lyrical type stuff. And and like, do you ever hate it when like old heads talk about how like there's no lyrical rappers anymore? Doesn't that like piss you off?
I'm right here.
Yeah,
I'm right here.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is where I've been.
Hero in the building. Let's go. I like that shit. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, you won't, if you turn on Kiss 108, you won't find it. You turn on 96.9, you'll find it, but it's all the 90s stuff.
Yeah.
And you really got to know where to look. You know, I mean, go down the street to a venue, you'll probably find a couple.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to be local, and if you're thinking on top Billboard 100s, you probably won't find it.
No, definitely not, man. And even like you look at certain artists, like some people might not understand that the Baby is pretty lyrical.
Yeah.
Some people don't even listen to YBN Cordae.
He's. I was listening to him back when he was on Tandre.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the other people in his group.
I don't. I'm
not
the same.
Not whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I think he's super talented.
I agree.
I think the Baby's good. I think JID's good. I think everybody in Dreamville is worth a listen.
Yeah. Yes.
You know?
Yes. Everybody in Dreamville is like.
I used to be so
nice
into hip hop, and I used to listen to everything. The radio on my car's been broken forever, so I'm like a year behind. But
yeah.
I'm getting back there.
No, I feel that, man.
I just now got Cardi B. So.
Yeah, just starting to catch up with invasion of privacy. Yeah. No, I feel you on that, man. But like, I just don't think people are looking hard enough to find that lyrical stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't think people are. They're not trying, man. They're hearing all the popular shit, and they're assuming that's everything hip hop has to offer. Mm-hmm. And especially the old heads, man. These old heads out here really thinking that like rappers aren't lyrical anymore. It's like, bro. Like, we're out here. Like, the lyrical rappers are out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I think of old heads, I think of people that aren't willing to give new stuff a try. Like, I don't like G-Eazy. I don't relate to what he's rapping about.
Yeah.
But if he drops an album, I'll listen to it because I'm not a hater.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
I will give G-Eazy the benefit of the doubt. And granted, there are a few of his tracks that I think he has great production.
Yes.
But I think his lyrics are a little subpar.
Yeah.
And I think he's a little average. I think he raps about just doing women in the club.
Yeah. No, I feel that. But some people, people eat that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And I think like the other thing too is like I feel like older listeners don't understand that like majority when you get older, like the older you get, man, the less you care about the new shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like on the real though, man, like from the age of like 12 to like 22, 23 is like that's all the music that you're ever gonna care about. Mm-hmm. Like for most people, like I feel like for me and you, like we love the music so much, we try to keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? I'll at least speak for myself. I don't know how you may feel about it, but like I don't understand why older people don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's just how it is, man. Like you get older, you just don't care about the new stuff as much, and then that's gonna make your opinion skewed when you say, "Oh, this new music is just not the same." That's what old people say.
Yeah,
old people say that. Like this music isn't the same. It's like, bro, you just gotta look for it, man.
I mean, you look at artists that were popular in the 90s, like Nas and Jay-Z, and they're still making music today. If Dr. Dre drops the Detox tomorrow, I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
But and it's probably going to be great. It's not going to be, Fuck with Dre or the original. It's not going to be like The Chronic, but it's going to be him brought to 2019.
Exactly.
And I'm going to listen to that.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm tuning into that, bro. I am definitely going to tune into that, man.
But artists have evolved. Nas isn't making Illmatic anymore. We're way past that.
Exactly. Yeah, like, artists change, man. They want to try new things. Mm-hmm. Just become different people, man. You know what I mean? And it's always fascinating to me, like how like you listen to like older artists and you see like how their voices have changed through the years. Mm-hmm. That's always like something like amazing to me. Like I was like listening to like older Kanye stuff, and like you listen to Kanye rap now, I'm like, man, he sounds so different. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. That's always fast. Just to see the growth of these artists. Mm-hmm. Seeing where where they started, where they are now, man. That's another important thing. Artists evolving, man.
Wherever Kanye is now.
Yeah, whatever Kanye is doing, he's doing those Sunday services, man. he's killing it with that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. Kanye's a big influence of mine. Kanye's really dope. Yeah, you gotta respect Kanye, regardless if he has ghostwriters or not.
Yeah. I think, like, no offense, but I think it's like he's like up, and then we got Graduation, and then we're just like a ski slope all the way down.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah,
that was a pretty good album.
that was good. I think his production's flawless. Except for maybe I Love It with Lil Pump. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's that's one of my least favorite songs ever.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of people who just despise that song, but that one was strictly for the club. Because when that plays at the club, you see people just moving, you know.
Kanye's never been lyrical though.
Yeah, I've never looked at Kanye like as like a super lyrical rapper.
No. I mean,
he just sounds really dope on the beat, and he has, every now and then he has some cool shit he says. Every now and then, you know what I mean. But yeah, I agree with you there, man. Let's talk about some of the music you've been putting out, man. You had a remix that I really, really vibed with. I was really vibing with it. Extra Extra. Explain what made you want to do a remix for that.
Well, that's the original beat, Extra Extra by Paula Perry.
Okay.
With DJ Premier.
Okay, I've actually never heard the original.
It's pretty good. I wanted a song that you could pick out every single bar and you could. It was just what the fuck.
Yeah,
you know.
I was listening, bro. I was like, man, this each line is a bar, man.
You could pick each line, and it would sound outstanding.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, definitely. Cause like
loose change, I'm all in your pockets accumulating. Frown me up in a pan, you can't simmer down when I'm baking. Hip hop is in my blood, I will drop if not circulating. Changing out different ladies, cause lately I'm alternating.
Woo, man! Like
you could pick out any bar in that song,
bar,
and it's. I don't like to sound cocky, but it's fire. It's good.
Nah, man. Talk your shit, man. Talk your shit, bro. You on here, man. You know I fuck with you, what you doing, man. So you can talk your shit.
When I'm on the mic, I have to be like the greatest. I have to think I'm the greatest alive, even though I know I'm not. I gotta be confident.
That's what rap's all about, though, man.
Yeah.
Like hip hop. Like when you rapping, you better feel like you the greatest of all time. Don't say don't. But like if you're in an interview and you're saying you're the greatest of all time, all right, relax. You know what I'm saying?
Calm down, Kodak.
Yeah. Calm down. Yeah, Blueface was another guy that was saying that too. Yeah. The way you said Blueface, you're like, oh god.
I mean, I hate dissing people, but I mean, he doesn't rap on beat. He knows that.
Yeah.
But he thinks he's the most lyrical person in the game, and he's not.
Yeah, he's not. He really isn't. I mean, like he's not like I will not say Blueface is terrible. I'm not like the biggest Blueface fan, but he's good. Like he's good at most to me. And like when it comes to like that offbeat flow he does, it's just a little too offbeat. Like it's like rappers do go off pocket and it sounds dope. E40. Big Boy, Andre 3000, those guys did that. Like they do that and they do it well. But I feel like sometimes with Blueface when he does it, it's like, sometimes it works. Other times it's like, ooh, it's a little too offbeat. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I see it. But some people love that, man. Some people love it when he does.
I mean,
that.
obviously he's on the charts. He's very popular.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think it might just be because of his antics. How he is on social media. People probably are more of a fan of his because of just how crazy he is, like it's kind of like that, like Lil Pump's like that, like he's just crazy as fuck on social media, and I think a lot of people gravitate towards that. They just like seeing their artists be crazy people. Yeah, like it's hard to be the cool chill guy and everyone fucks with you. You know what I mean? I mean. Give or take, but yeah. Let's talk about another one of your tracks, man. Can I Live?
Yeah.
I really like that one, man.
Which is a remix of Mind Playing Tricks on You by Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
I love that beat so much, but here's the thing. The vocals are so depressing and like it's like a Halloween song with how sad it is. And it's like this disconnect I get between the song and the lyrics because the beat is so like I want to have a good day. And then the lyrics are like, there's literally somebody that's trying to kill me outside.
Yeah.
And I just wanted a song where it's like an anthem where I could just listen to it and feel good. And anybody who would listen to it would get the same vibe. And I don't know, I just like that beat so much.
Oh, dude, that's a classic beat right there, man. Classic, man. Like the Ghetto Boys, what they did for hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It's just unbelievable. And I feel like as like a true MC like you are, man, like you did what you had to do on that beat, man.
That's the original sample of that song. I'm blanking on the name, but it's also the sample in Creep by TLC. I don't know if you knew that too.
Nah, I didn't.
The song that comes after that on my album is called Clap Your Hands.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard that one.
I might have missed that one. Damn.
If you were at my show, it was the first song I played.
Okay, yeah.
And it's the same sample that's in Creep, but I got TLC sample on the hook, and I got Naughty by Nature on the hook, and I got Step in the Arena I got the kick in the drums and the scratch from Step in the Arena by Gangstar, and it all comes together, and it's one of my favorite songs to play live.
Yeah, man. Nah, dude, when I saw you live, man, like, I was just like, man, like, ain't nobody gonna be on that stage doing that shit. This is like, that's one of a kind, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely one of a kind, man.
Playing on stage, when I first started out a couple months ago, I really didn't get to pick and choose what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if I got the opportunity to open for some trap mumble guy, I kind of had to do it.
yeah.
You know, and nobody in the crowd appreciated it, but a couple people did.
Yeah.
But now, like a lot of bookers and promoters, they see me out here doing stuff, and they want to book me, and I've been able to get a lot of shows for free.
Yeah.
Which is cool, and now I'm actually able to pick and choose who I want to play for, and I get to choose those people that more people in the crowd are actually gonna pay attention to.
There you go, bro.
You know?
That's exactly what you need, man. You know, I feel like it's very important for you to open up for artists. If you when you're opening up for artists, to open up for those people who are similar to the sound that you have.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because you want that crowd to feel your shit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I think that's really good that you're starting to be more strategic about that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And regardless of where you perform, man, people are gonna know you're talented. You know what I mean? But you want to go somewhere where people are gonna like truly appreciate you. You know, like come up to you after and be like, yo, like I really fuck with that. You know what I mean? Like they gotta say something to you. You know what I mean? So I really think that's good that you're doing that, man. And you're making a lot of moves, bro. You're making a lot of moves. I see you out here, man. You're doing like, you know, like ciphers with people. You know what I'm saying? Like you're promoting other artists. Like you're really active on the social medias.
I'm making up for a lot of lost time. You know, and I got 6 shows next month.
Woo!
And
let's go.
I wasn't playing shows for 4 years, and I'm making up for a lot of lost time. And I have 6 shows next month. I had 4 and 2 ciphers this month.
Damn.
And I'm just out here trying to do my best, trying to meet as much people as possible.
Yeah, man. No, that's awesome, man. I love to hear that, bro. And I think it's very important as an artist out here, man. You gotta network. You gotta meet as many people out here.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of that hermit, that shell. You know what I'm saying? Break out of that shit. You know, like regardless if you're an introvert, antisocial, you know, you got anxiety. You gotta fight that because you gotta meet people out here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta meet people out
Yeah,
here.
no one does this come up shit by themselves.
Hell no. And even if it looks like they got a team of 10 people behind them helping them out every move.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's very important, man. I got a question to ask you, man. I really want you to answer this honestly to me, man. Do you ever think the style of hip-hop you're doing, the boom bap style, do you ever think it will come back to the mainstream?
Probably not. It's always going to be appreciated, and it's always going to be respected. That's important. I make respectable music. And
hell yeah, I like that.
You can never say that my music is trash because it's not. Even if you don't fuck with it, it's respectable hip-hop.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't think that boom bap's going to come back the way that, like, hipsters are buying vinyl now.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think you'll ever hear the music I'm making, at least right now, on, like, the radio. At least, you know, like Kiss 108 or 103.3 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that boom bap will always be respected, and it will always have a place in the hip-hop community, and especially a big one.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. And I think, you know, I just think people need to understand, like, this is where, you know, this type of style you're doing is what people call the golden age of hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is where it came from, you know what I'm saying? This sound right here. And I think anyone who's a hip-hop listener has to respect this. And I'm dumbfounded, and I hate it when I hear people not respect this sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't respect this sound? Like, what? You don't appreciate this sound? Like, it's one thing if you don't vibe with it or not, if that's not your taste. But to say you don't respect this, like, come on, bro. Like, that's just I don't want to hear that. I really don't. Like,
I got a bonus song on my new album called Mass.A.
Okay.
And it's got the Mass Appeal beat.
Ah.
But it starts off with a clip of Lil Uzi Vert saying he doesn't want to rap on it from Hot 97.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to rap on that. That shit's trash. And then I body it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end I have
I like that.
I have Doodle Bob rapping over fucking Lifestyle by Birdman and Young Thug.
Okay, yeah.
I fucking love. I diss a lot of people, and it's all in fun.
Yeah, it's all in fun, man. It's all in fun, yo. And like I said before, man, you're a true MC.
Yeah.
So you're trying to show people like, yo, like I'm about this. You're willing to call out these big names, man. You're willing to show them like, yo, they can't do this. They can't do this. Like they rely on melody to make people tune into them. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever plan on doing any of that melodic rap type stuff? Does that ever cross your mind?
I don't think so.
That's fair. You don't need it. You don't need it to make it big, bro.
I'd be willing to feature on the track, maybe if that was on the hook or someone or some, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be willing to give it a listen if somebody wanted me to feature. But I can rap on anything.
Yes.
You know, and that's also important to be able to do.
Yeah.
I like to keep my albums specifically boom bap. Mm-hmm. It might evolve, kind of like Logic in the future, but I don't know.
No, I feel you, man. I feel you on that.
It could go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I stay the same.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that, man. Do you ever hope that you're proven wrong by boom bap hip hop not coming back to the mainstream? Do you ever hope that like it actually does? If you could predict what's gonna be popping in 5 years, you'd be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hope it comes back. I really do, but the chances of it are very slim. It's just the way things are going.
Yeah.
Especially with EDM also being very popular.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel that. Cause like, think about it, man. Like we're about to step into a new decade. You know what I'm saying? And you look at the sound, like it really hasn't changed for the last 7-8 years. It's been really like a lot of this, like in terms of mainstream stuff, like what's mainstream, like it's kind of all been this, like it's hasn't really been too much of a major shift in what's popping. You know what I'm saying? So I brought that up to you because it's just like, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think.
It's a deep question. There's a lot to it.
There's a lot to this question.
There's a lot to it.
I don't know.
yeah. Like I'm saying, like if you knew, like
if I knew, it would be popular.
Yeah, exactly. Like you'd be a super genius. You know what I'm saying? Like it just be, you're a superhero, but a super genius. Like like not many people have that ability. You know what I'm saying? So it's very hard to predict that. But I'm one that hopes that the boom bap sound comes back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that old school shit. I love it. You know what I mean? And so I probably said this like a bunch of times on here, but like I really appreciate you doing this with the sound that you're doing, man. Like it's,
I appreciate it.
Nah, for real, man. Like it's really dope to see, man. Cause I just I see so many artists, and they're all doing the same shit. Like not all of them, but a good amount of them are just all doing the same shit, man. And you just said fuck that. And I like that, man.
I see a lot of like, not mumble rappers, but I see a lot of new style rappers on stage rapping over their whole vocal tracks, and that's not really my thing. In my personal opinion, like when I go see somebody live, I want to see them perform their whole track, at least the verses.
Yeah.
But it is.
Things are changing.
I feel like I feel like bodying a verse on stage is kind of lost, especially with new stuff, because a lot of like these new mumble rappers just go on stage and they're ad-libbing the whole time.
Yeah, they're not really rapping. Yeah, not really.
I mean, I saw this video of like Trippie Redd on, it wasn't Coachella, but it was a big festival, and he's just like dancing on stage, and the whole song's playing, and he's just dancing and ad-libbing, and I wouldn't want to go to that show.
I wouldn't either. Nah, it's like, come on, man, sing it, man.
Yeah.
Sing it, come on. Like, why are you doing that? Like, we paid to see you sing your song. Why are you not singing your song? And I hate seeing that, I'll be honest with you. And artists, like, aren't really rapping their shit like that. Like, you don't see that with artists on our level doing that. But, like, the big artists, they think they can get away with
when everybody when you have 10,000 people in the crowd, and everybody knows your song by heart, and even if the power goes out, they're still singing. Exactly. And they can finish the whole song.
Exactly.
I get it.
I get it too. For that reason. But it's at the same time, it's like, come on, man, come on, just sing the song. Like, you don't gotta like say every word. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, like I've seen like when Kendrick performs, like because of like breath control, he's not gonna say every word that's in the verse. He might take out some just for the breath. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. I get that. But like when you're just ad-libbing your shit, and then you might sing one line and then go back out. and then 10 seconds later come back in. It's like, come on, man. Like,
a lot of people have a hype man for that. Like Eminem's got Deshaun, not Mr. Porter, who was on D12. He's his hype guy on stage, and every time he performs, he's got Mr. Porter to back him up on the vocals.
Nah, yeah, it's just like. I definitely don't like seeing that. I'm glad you mentioned that because, like, I don't think people realize just how much of a problem that is. You know what I'm saying? Because as artists, we see all these things. And, some of the average listeners may not notice that that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And if it's party music and you're just there to party, like at Wonder Bar, which is kind of just like a party.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess that's fine. But if you go to a venue where you're strictly there to see someone perform, not get hammered, you want to have a good time and see this guy perform.
Exactly, yeah. Perform. Yeah. What do you feel about artists who perform with auto-tune? Because Travis Scott does it.
Yeah.
You see, I can't really think of too many artists that do it, but what do you think about it?
I saw Future. I didn't see Future, but I saw a video of Future perform without it, and it was awful.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just because he needs that to sound like
100%.
He needs that to sound accepted. If you like autotune, if 808s and Heartbreaks is your favorite album in history, you probably don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't have a preference against it though. But if you use autotune, I'm probably not going to go to your show anyway.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. And the reason why I asked that, just because like I can tell what cloth you're cut from. So I just wanted to hear your opinion on that, because for me, like I see when I first saw it, like when Travis Scott and Quavo were doing it, I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. But it's like, on the song you have auto-tune, so why not perform with it as well? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, like, you know what I mean? But it definitely made me just question a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? It made me rethink a lot of things that I held value to. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays you see like certain artists are labeled rappers who aren't rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, that dude's a singer. You know what I'm saying? Like, things are really changing with hip hop, man. Like, we're really starting to just see things unfold in ways that I just never thought. Like, the whole melody rap's taking over, man.
Yeah.
And it's blurring the lines, man. It's like, what's hip hop and what's R&B? You know what I mean? Like, some songs, it's like, I don't know what genre this is, man. Like, but it's called hip hop, so fuck it. I guess it's hip hop. You know what I mean? It's very crazy. But then you got, and then there's you. It's like, nah, like this dude's hip hop right here. Like, that's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And so you're definitely hip hop. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy. What do you think? Why do you think our generation doesn't appreciate the older music enough, man? I'm not saying that all of our generation doesn't appreciate it, but why do you think we're not accepting? Why do you think we're not doing our research of the history? Because how old are you?
I'm 21.
You're 21. I'm 23. We have done our research. Why do you think more people aren't doing their research?
I mean, I just think that it starts with the parents. I mean, I guess it just depends on what the people you look up to are listening to. My mom was always listening to old school stuff.
Okay.
So I was interested in the old school stuff, and then and I guess that's just how I started with it. And
Gotcha.
I guess if your parents just don't care and you're in the car listening to whatever's new on the radio, then I mean that's just what you're going to be into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like you said, from like ages 12 to 22, that's pretty much all the music you're going to like. What you listen between that time frame is probably what you're going to listen to for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Yeah, you're right. It definitely starts with the parents, you know what I mean? But like for me, example, like my parents weren't listening to hip hop like that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe because, maybe I appreciated the older sound because I had older brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like my oldest brother's 30, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that had something to do with it. But like, I just think it's so important, especially if you're an artist, I really think it's important you do your history on the genre.
Definitely.
I just don't understand like people who bypass all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember stuff that like Lil Xan has said and Lil Yachty, where they basically talk about how they don't really like they alluded to the fact how like Tupac and Biggie, like they don't really know shit about them or know any songs. But I'm like, what? Like you know what I mean? Like how have you not done your research. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
That's probably just to like stir up controversy.
Yeah, they might be doing that shit on purpose.
If they say that they don't appreciate, if they don't care about the old shit, nobody who listens to old shit is probably listening to them anyway. You know?
Yeah, that's a great point. That's
I mean, you get all this controversy, and then next thing you know, Lil Yachty's he's making these friggin' articles. The people are writing articles about him.
Yeah,
you know, because he said this about this.
Yeah. You're right. So, you know, they definitely might be saying it to stir the pot a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I said it once and I'll say it again, man. All you artists out here, do your research, man. Just a little bit. Like, I'm not saying you gotta know the deep cuts of what Onyx was putting out and, you know, like, you know every rock, you know, Eric B and Rakim. So I'm not saying like to get in depth with it like that, but I'm telling you, like, it's not gonna hurt you to do your research and and learning the history of the genre that you're in. Like, I just don't get it, man. Like, I feel like, you know, when, like, I majored in psychology. They teach you the history of psychology. They don't just teach you, like, what's going on now and the stuff they're doing now. Like, they teach you the history, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's just very important to know the roots. I think it's so important.
Definitely,
you know?
definitely.
You live in this country, you know about the history of this country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, that's just the way I see it, man, you know. But let me not go too off on that. Let me dial it back.
and like you said about how you were never introduced to hip-hop, really, by people around you. I mean, like, I could go golfing next week and figure out it's my passion.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
I just think that there are things that we are passionate about that we don't even know about.
Exactly.
You know, and once you discover that and really stick with it, it can be great.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you, man. Yeah, you just gotta explore, man. Step outside that box. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what's gonna grab your attention. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things out here in this world, and people are just stuck in the bubble.
Yeah.
When there's so many things that you could, you know, that could be the thing you love, you know? And I think more people need to do that more, man. It's definitely important.
Yeah.
Now, how long you been rapping for, man?
I've been rapping for a very long time.
Okay.
You know, I probably wrote my first lyrics when I was 13 and they were bad.
Yeah.
I think I recorded my first song when I was a sophomore in high school. It was bad.
Oh yeah, of course.
It was like
man,
it was like a Gone and it was like some cheap Eminem
yeah.
stuff. Whatever I was into at the time. Because I used to like Eminem, but I think Eminem's talented. I like him a lot. But I've only been good at rapping since I was 17. And when I was 16, I knew I wanted to do this, but I wasn't good at it. So I needed to figure out how to get from A to B. So I took a whole year. I learned how to make beats from scratch. I learned how to write from scratch.
Yeah.
And I was just listening to hip hop and figuring it out. And I have this one song on my first album, Roxbury, called Boom. And I spent a year writing and producing that song. I rewrote it probably 1,000 times.
Wow.
And it's
that's crazy, man. You made sure that shit was right.
I'ma let the beat speak for itself like it's got its own mind. Flow so divine, bringing light to the blind.
Ooh, okay.
I mean,
hell yeah,
but
man.
I've been listening to Logic since he dropped his first since he dropped his first mixtape in 2010.
Young Sinatra?
This was Young, Broken, Infamous. That was
before. That was before.
He even dropped
trilogy,
one before that in 2008 called Psychological. When he was under that name.
Yeah.
I started listening to Logic in 2010.
And I fuck with Logic. I don't care what no one says.
When I was 6,
because he gets a lot of hate.
He's a good guy. He's talented. He's really talented. I think he's kind of overstepping. I think he's doing too much at once. And instead of dropping 3 average projects, he should focus on one good one.
Yeah,
you know,
I feel you. Yeah, he's doing a lot. You know,
the
man put out a book.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing a lot. You know,
I didn't understand that you could take all these influences and put them together. Like, I didn't know that I could get the wiseness from Guru and the and stuff from Nas and stuff from Jay-Z and stuff from Royce and stuff from Method Man and all the Wu-Tang. I didn't know you could put those together and be that and be everything, be the best of both worlds. And I didn't understand that until I listened to Logic. And that's
why I think a lot of people gravitate towards him.
That's what I got from Logic, that you could take things from other places, put them together, and it could be something great. And that's why I like sampling. That's why I like scratching, because that's what that is. It's taking other things, putting them together. That's how I write lyrics. That's how I produce beats. It's all just...
It's one of the amazing things of hip-hop
it's puzzles, and I put them together.
Yeah, bro. Definitely. And you have illustrated that, man, to the fullest with your sound. Not even a question, bro. What's next for Hero, man? What you doing moving forward from here? Because you put out a lot of music. You're pushing heavy on social media. I feel like you're doing everything right, man. So what's next? How do you keep moving forward?
Well, I've gained about 400 followers in the last 2 weeks on Instagram.
Holy shit!
Which is cool. I'm currently banned for the next 2 weeks.
wait, why are you banned?
I've been sending way too many messages.
Oh,
but they're not
okay.
each one. It's not
a limit. Yeah.
It's not spam. It's just
no.
I'm just talking to a lot of people.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah.
And
they think you a bot. Yeah. You working like a robot, bro. Hell yeah.
But I'm planning to drop an album next year.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably stick
April.
with April.
I thought I saw you teasing that. Yeah.
I'm hoping for April 19th, which is the 10th anniversary of Guru's death.
Oh.
And I really want to showcase the producers of the region, showcase my talent, my producing, and I want to kind of dedicate it to Guru. And that's
dope, man.
That's the plan.
I like that. I like that a lot, bro.
But between then, I mean, I got some remixes coming out. I got a couple features in the work that I'm on with other stuff, but anyone who reaches out to me, I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah.
Come up with more stuff. Me and a talented producer named Nick Lovin are coming up with some stuff. He's kind of in the lo-fi boom bap sampling area, but he's talented. And we're in talks about a 5-track EP that might come out this winter.
All right.
And talking to other producers too. And I'm in this game. You gotta constantly be relevant.
Yeah.
You gotta really be relevant.
You can't stop. There's no way. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep pushing with the shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no slowing down. You gotta stay consistent out here, bro, because people will forget about you if you don't do nothing for a month.
I mean, who's Big Sean? I don't know who that is anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like he's back on pushing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he took a lot of time off. You know what I'm saying? But he's explaining why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had a lot of shit, but mentally that he was going through.
Yeah.
So, like, but that's the thing, man. It's like you go away for a while. It's like you better have a good explanation and better find a way to bounce back. No pun intended with Big Sean, but yeah, man, I feel you on that.
Even people that are like one-hit wonders, it can take them years to drop a hit, and then they're gone forever because they weren't able to follow that up.
Yeah,
even though they were trying to follow that up, and it's sad.
It really is, yeah, man. It's here today, gone tomorrow, bro.
Yep.
It's hard to stay relevant out here, and that's why these artists who have been around for 10 years, keeping it popping for 10 years, like you gotta pay respects, man. Don't wait till they're gone to pay respects. Like, give these people their flowers now, man. It's very important. Like let these people know, and that how great they are now. Don't do it now. I think that's so important, man. It's so important. Plug your shit, man. We gotta wrap this one up, man. I feel like we could keep talking, bro. Yeah. I really feel like we could keep talking. But plug your social medias. Where can the people follow Hero?
You can follow me on Instagram at Hero Rapping. That's Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, everything.
MySpace, yeah. Hell yeah, man.
I'm not that big yet, so if you look on like Spotify, you'll probably find the song by Enrique Iglesias. But before you'll ever find me. But if you go on my Instagram, I got a link tree, linktree.com. No, linktr.ee. / Hero Rapping. That's where you can get to me. It's got all my links to everything.
Whatever streaming platform you use. Hell yeah, man. Yo, Hero, thank you very much for being on the podcast, man. I really feel like you have brought a different mindset to the podcast that I truly appreciate, man.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy to have you on, dog, for real.
You got it.
Thank you very much for being on, dog. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been episode 40 of the TempahZone podcast. Shout out to PRX Podcast Garage for them high-quality sounds, man. They just had their 3rd year anniversary, dog. So this place right here is really booming. They're really something special, man. And I just want to say thank you to this place for providing me with a place to do this podcast, man. I don't know what I would have done without this place to start this off, man, but with this place, I'm on episode 40. We're going to keep pushing with a lot more episodes, man, and I just want to say thank you to PRX Podcast Garage. This place, definitely has helped all the podcasters out locally, so shout out to this place, man. Until next time, y'all, peace.